Hey everyone, this is NYC Ball 417 back with Mass Effect 3.
I gave in to your reckless behavior before. The Putter fleet isn't moving.
We need to break their flanking attempt to buy our frigate site.
There should be 2 missions I have on my galaxy map.
So, Reapers don't have colonies. You can't bomb them or you're bombing what's left of your own planet. They make their own soldiers out of our civilians. They don't have supply lines.
Commander, Dr. Chakwas sent word that she'd like to speak with you down in the med bay.
Medbay. Where's medbay? I think it's this though. The floor. Let's say there. Medbay.
May I speak with you, Commander? Commander, an opportunity has come to my attention that may interest you.
What's going on, Doctor?
Refugees arrived at the Citadel recently in possession of military-grade medical supplies and equipment. In reviewing our inventories, I determined we have an excess of medical supplies to treat contagion, exposure, and malnutrition.
They're equipped to help injured soldiers, and we have supplies to help suffering refugees?
Precisely. Perhaps you could ply your charms to broker a trade.
I'll find the refugees as soon as I can.
Speak with Tactus. Many of the refugees near the Citadel docks look to him for leadership. Thank you, Commander. With access to their equipment and materials, I believe I could increase the effectiveness of our Medigel.
What's wrong with our Medigel now? Oh wait, it's right here. There's a new message. I don't see anything new. Oh, these are all new. Geth shut down Geth server, destroyed Reaper base. Let's do this one. A new sniper rifle. It's heavy.
close to the server. Keep us posted. What's our status?
We remain undetected on encrypted Geth channels. Resistance is likely only within the server.
Within? It's that big?
You misunderstand. Direct virtual interface is necessary to extract Geth from the server. You must enter our consensus.
You want me to virtually interact with the Geth?
That's one way to get their attention, if it doesn't kill you.
This had better be worth flying straight through a war zone.
We have compromised local Geth systems. They will remain dormant until our work is complete. This platform can enter the facility undetected. We will assemble the necessary equipment before your arrival.
Wait, you're not going to...
I guess it just did.
Yes. Hostile Geth fighter squadrons are networked to this server. Due to restricted resources, it is best if you connect alone.
Let's do it.
Initiating peer network integration. Proceed to docking port. Mapping to consensus. Remain still. Shepard Commander, access movement during an upload is discouraged. Upload complete. Consensus integration holding.
What is this?
We have installed filters to allow you to make visual sense of this server's raw data. Your mind perceives our world as something familiar.
I wouldn't call this familiar. Where are you?
Here,
You look different.
we have made ourselves visually distinct for your convenience.
What about Geth already in here?
You will perceive Geth as surveillance footage, audio logs, sensor records. We do not require bodies, as our software communes. Our hardware is merely a tool. This is our true world. As we remove Geth, it will grow dark.
This is like wiping out a city, isn't it?
Action is necessary. There are 2 communication nodes on this server. We must access them to disable the hostile Geth's fighters. We will safeguard your exit port while remotely monitoring your progress.
It's crazy.
Establishing connection to access point. Warning, connection blocked by infected code. Use our combat software to disrupt the infection.
I wondered what the gun was for.
Oh,
This foreign code is a manifestation of the old machine signal.
You're surprised the Reapers are all over your servers?
No, continue to the access point.
supposed to do? Whatever.
Okay, I've got to ask. Why a gun?
We have noted your affinity for firearms.
And thanks, I think.
The ammo regenerates. It's pretty cool. Ugh. It's not working? Oh. Almost there. Uh-oh.
Connection established. Proceed to the access point. Establishing connection to communication node. Error. Access denied.
Is the Reaper keeping you out?
Unknown. You must investigate.
It's pretty fun.
Warning. Reaper presence detected. Data cluster contains infected code. We require access to proceed.
Ah.
We cannot proceed until we gain access to this data cluster.
Oh. I just go in a circle. I think I just went in a circle. Oh, I didn't do anything.
We cannot proceed until we gain access to this data cluster.
What do I do now? That thing right there, I'd assume.
Accessing data cluster.
What is this?
Data clusters contain historical data. Your connection permits streaming of information from our archives.
Oh.
You really want to
ceremony. Unit 01. What is the Keelish word for servant of the people?
The word is Geth, Creator Zahak.
Yes. Very good.
Ancestors, you fuss over it.
Weren't you here until midnight fixing 01's circuitry?
Well, it needed resoldering.
Okay.
Wasn't that footage from the past? Why are the Quarians masked?
They are viewed through your perception. You see them as you know them now.
Can't see that far.
You must disrupt the infection on this data cluster to continue.
So that's it.
This data cluster contains information timestamped 290 years ago. It is still capable of survey. Specifying that it has failed assigned tasks, we will reprogram.
Well, let's take a look.
Creator, this unit is ready to serve. What has it done wrong? Access, you may have received the last data cluster.
They're pinned!
Open fire.
Down.
One's going for a weapon!
So who won?
The platform arming itself was an agricultural unit. By opening fire on attacking creators, it saved simpler domestic Geth following it. The creators were determined to destroy our hardware. We were determined to survive. Establish a connection with the remaining server node.
Hello, Commander. Are you there?
Kinda. What's your situation, Admiral Ron?
The Geth squadrons have arrived, but something is amiss. Either fighters have stopped functioning. We will continue to hold out as long as we can.
How are we doing?
One node remains.
What's wrong?
Infection programs are increasing. We have restabilized. You must continue. Warning, the Reaper infection has learned to self-replicate.
You mean it grows back?
Yes. However, disrupting vulnerable points in the infection may slow down its replication. Shepard, Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed.
What does that mean? Oh.
access to this data cluster. Disrupt Reaper. You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate. There is a vulnerable point further along the infection. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster. Disrupt the infection at this spot. It will slow regrowth long enough to access the data cluster. Shepard Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed. Point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster. We require access to this data cluster. Disrupt Reaper. There is a vulnerable point on the infection leading to the data cluster. Disrupt the infection at this spot. It will slow regrowth long enough to access the data cluster. Attempted mediation. They failed.
Now what? Where am I supposed to go now? I don't see anything. This is just a circle. Ah, here we go.
cannot establish a connection without access to this data cluster. Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed. For a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's connection without access to this data cluster.
Oh. Target this spot to slow its growth towards the data cluster. Let's go around. Or not. I must be missing something.
On the infection leading to the data cluster. Disrupt the infection at this spot. It will slow regrowth long enough to access the data cluster.
Might be that.
Shepard, Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed. Exceeds creator safety parameters. We will surrender our hardware if it ends hostilities.
No, it's alright.
The creators never releases data from the end of warfare on Rannoch.
The outflow is down. Do not engage the Geth. I repeat, avoid contact.
Geth pursuit is breaking off 100 clicks past Rannoch. All captains fall back to the mass relay.
Let's go in a circle.
Isn't happening now?
It is timestamped 290 years ago. It is the creator exodus at the end of the Morning War. We had secured freedom. The creators were no longer a threat, so we abandoned pursuit.
Wait. The Geth spared the last Quarians? You let them go.
Our future was uncertain. Our networking was primitive. We stayed within our limits. Connection with the remaining server nodes established. We are ready to transport you. communication node. Geth no longer reside on this server. We may now exit the consensus.
What's wrong?
You must proceed to the edit port and disconnect from mother. Terminating remote access. Removing programs. Deleting archives.
Shepard, you all right?
Did it work?
Geth fighters have been disabled. Any remaining squadrons attacking the live ships have withdrawn. The server is offline.
Are you sure? What's happening?
We have transferred Geth programs from the server into these platforms.
Why?
They wish to join us.
I knew it. You know, your Geth buddy's gone nuts.
While Shepard Commander removed the Reaper infection, we judged we could persuade hostile Geth programs to reunite with ours. We were correct. These Geth have renounced the old machines and will oppose the Reapers. They are now us.
They're welcome to sign on. The Reapers will put up a tough enough fight.
We are aware Geth are capable of calculating odds of victory over the old machines.
What are the odds?
We are still compiling.
You could have said, don't ask. Let's get back to the Normandy.
That's pretty awesome. I wonder if that means I don't have to fight those things anymore, because those things were a pain in the ass.
Impressive, Commander. The Geth squadrons attacking our live ships have been completely neutralized. If there is any chance we could duplicate the feat, I would be happy to lend my expertise.
You'd have to ask the Geth we found if you're looking for other servers.
I thought as much, but your Geth claims to have no data available whenever I inquire. Perhaps you can help me with something else.
What's that?
How did you get Geth primes to work with you?
They volunteered.
I see. Well, should you wish to examine these Geth to confirm their new allegiance, please do not hesitate to contact me. Zen out.
Alright, we'll end this long video here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. See ya.